Well, forget Chris Evans because Captain America has a completely new face. Jules, Christian Pulisic had to say it 3 times because the man scored a hat-trick and he's definitely been stealing all the headlines. I could say around the world as well, and especially back home for him in the United States, and they're very excited about him. We know a lot of people were almost criticizing Frank Lampard, saying, why aren't you playing him? Why aren't you starting him week in, week out, knowing the potential that he has because he's still so young. So is this it? This hat-trick, has the weight been lifted off his shoulders now and it's just free form now, ready to go?
I would like to say yes, but it's not. And it's the same way as people went overboard before when he was not playing much, accusing him not to be ready or Lampard to not knowing what he was doing. We shouldn't go the other extreme now that he scored a hat-trick. He was amazing in that game. He was outstanding. It's a perfect hat-trick as well, right foot, left foot header, and also uninterrupted. So there's no one else is scoring in between your 3 goals, which is fantastic. But he's not going to score a hat-trick every single match. That's not possible. Not even Messi does it. So let's put that one.
Rein it back.
Let's clear this one out. The good thing though is, and I don't want to say that I did tell you, but a lot of people said he was always going to need some time to adapt to a new league, a new country, and a new club, and new teammates, and a new style of football, everything you want.
Frank Lampard even said that his introduction, like bit by bit, was deliberate.
Exactly, and that's what everybody does. I mean, look at Fabinho at Liverpool last season, first season, hardly plays between August and October, because he was not ready, and Klopp was telling him, don't worry, you will get your time, just work hard at training and you will get your chance. And look where Fabinho is now. You could see the same with Nicolas Pepe at Arsenal, similar kind of thing. You're not ready when you arrive from Liga and the Bundesliga to play in a team like Chelsea and the way they're doing, especially when things are going well with other forwards and other wingers, So,
because he wasn't even playing that much at Dortmund, like towards the end of his stint there.
Yeah, very true. But then you start seeing the improvement against Southampton, the assist for Batshuayi. In the Champions League against Ajax away, again, the assist for Batshuayi, and you feel, okay, he's ready. And that's why Lampard started him at the weekend, because he knew away at Burnley as well, when you know how hard it's going to be, what kind of game you expect. Yeah, Lampard thought, after what I've seen recently from Pulisic, he's ready to start and to shine. And that's exactly what he did. He might not start the next game in the League Cup in midweek. He might not start again next week in the Premier League. But you know that he's on the right path to then become a starter, a regular provider of goals or assists for Chelsea. He was just going to take a bit of time, and I'm so glad that Lampard sort of did it the way he did, and that Pulisic didn't give up, kept working hard at training, didn't lose his chisel or his patience or whatever he could have done, because he's still very young. But it shows how intelligent he is as well and how down to earth he is.
And I guess another thing that people would bring up as well is, since things have been going well for Chelsea and this young looks said, that there is some competition as well for the same position out there. And how do you see Pulisic comparing to the current competition that he's facing now? Do you eventually see him? Do you think he has what it takes to supersede them and then just guarantee that start?
Yeah, I think so. I think for sure. If you look at it, really, there are 4 players for 2 places, really. I think Mason Mount is more of a number 10 or centrally, or I can play in the midfield 3. So basically, it leaves you Pedro, Willian, Hudson-Odoi, and Pulisic for the right wing and the left wing. So Hudson-Odoi is a special one because he's son of the club, because he was already doing well last season before that bad injury, his Achilles injury. And with the momentum that the club has with players from the academy, you could see him having a bit of an edge over Pulisic, for example. I think Pulisic is over Pedro right now. As good as Pedro is, and right-footed, left-footed, he can play a bit everywhere, but I still think Pulisic is ahead of him. And then he leaves with Willian. Lampard likes Willian because of the experience, of course, because he's a player that can unlock a defence. He's good shooting from far away or outside the box if you want. He's got different profile. He can bring something different to that team. I think we saw with Pulisic at Burnley that he can also do that. And his first 2 goals certainly were very much like that, where he's on the ball, he goes at you, takes you on, he can shoot with his right, with his left. That's a very interesting thing, I think, for Lampard to have. He's not just, okay, go to the byline, cross it, like he did against Ajax for Batshuayi. For me, I think that the idea would be to have Pulisic on one side, Hudson-Odoi on the other side, and Abraham in the centre, which I believe that's what Lampard as well wants to do, and you can always use Willian as an impact player. You can also use Pulisic as an impact player, which I think, as we saw against Southampton again,
so far it's working.
And Ajax has been working. So maybe for the next few weeks, a bit of both. Pulisic will start at times and then also come off the bench to have an impact on the game.
All right, thanks so much, Jules. We'll leave it at that. So yes, indeed, get excited about Christian Pulisic, but
please
rein it back a little bit because things take time. Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.